Part 1, lesson 1, the world of animals. We have done, I have explained you about the habitats, about the animals, about their eating habits, feeding habits. Okay, so let me give you a recall. Lesson 1, the world of animals, part 2. The earth, as I have told you, is a home to a variety of plants and animals. Okay, and these animals, they are adapted to different environmental conditions and to the place where they live. Okay, these creatures differ from each other in their food and feeding habits, nesting habits, modes of locomotion, and many other characteristics. Okay, so the place where an animal grows or is found naturally is called its habitat. I hope you understood this. Okay, now let's discuss about the habitats. How many type of habitats are there? There are five main habitats on the earth. First is forest, desert, polar region, ocean, freshwater. And in all these five habitats, you will find animals living there, adapting to their environmental conditions. Okay, in order to adjust, that is, in order to get used to it, to the surroundings, to the environmental conditions of the habit, animals have different types of body covering. चिल्ड्रन, जो एनिमल्स कोल्ड रीजन में रहते हैं, जैसे आर्टिक में, जैसे कि पैंगुइन है, ओके, वहां स्नोफॉल बहुत होती है, ओके, बट दे आर लिविंग, एनिमल्स आर फाउंड देयर. हाउ? They are adapted to their conditions, means God has provided them with such a covering, body covering, okay, that keeps them warm in their surroundings. Okay, animals living underwater, they are adapted to it. Okay, because even they are having such special features to live in that particular water or that habitat. Take example of camel. Okay, camel lives in desert. It's called the ship of the desert. And desert is a very dry region, as I have explained you earlier in my previous class. But it's used to it. Even it's covering. So um, different types of body coverings, God has provided them. Feathers are used, like feathers. Okay, you can find in birds, right? Sparrow, parrot, they all have feathers. Pigeon. Okay, fur you'll find in a polar bear, cat. Okay, fur is found, that is the covering, a body covering of of a polar bear. Okay, fur and cat. Okay, scales is the body covering of found in snakes, and yes, fish. Okay, and shell, and they are the some of them. Fine. Now this was about their body coverings. They are adapted, they are used to live with these things, with these features, special features in their surroundings. Based on their eating habits, animals are classified as, now we have discussed in our previous classes, in our previous class, about the feeding habits, eating habits. Okay, so there are animals who are known as herbivores, and herbivores are the animals who eat only plants. They depend only on plants for food. Okay, there are animals called carnivores. They depend on other animals, on the flesh of other animals. Okay, they are called carnivores. Scavengers. Scavengers are the animals, okay, who feed the dead or decaying animals. They also play an important role in maintaining a balance in nature by preventing accumulation of dead bodies. Okay, accumulation means to stop, to prevent. Okay, omnivores, they are the animals who depends on both animals as well as plants. They eat for their as their food for animals as well as plants. So children, this was the recall what we have done in our previous class. And before we move on, I would like to remind you once more that please complete your PWs and send it before the given time. Okay, we always give you a date. I have not told you in my in the beginning of this class, but let me remind you that today is 28. Okay, today is 28. So you should submit your work to me, okay? Because we will be having our next class on, inshallah, okay? That will be on 4th, sorry, 5th of May. Fine. So you should submit your work before 4. Clear, children? Okay. So now let's move on to the next portion of this chapter, next part, and we are going to learn about the breathing organs of animals. What are we going to do? Breathing organs of animals. Children, as you know, that different animals have different breathing organs. Different animals, अलग-अलग animals की अपनी अलग-अलग breathing organs होते हैं. Okay, we are human beings, we are mammals. Okay, so we breathe through lungs, right? Insects breathe through spiracles. There are tiny holes, okay, and they are known as spiracles. So insects breathe through spiracles. Fish breathe through gills. Birds, reptiles, and mammals breathe through lungs. Amphibian breathe through gills, lungs, and moist skin. Okay, so breathing is an important process for all living beings. During this, an exchange of gases takes place. Gases का एक exchange होता है. Okay, मतलब ऑक्सीजन जो है वो इनहेल किया जाता है और कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड जो है वो एक्सहेल करते हैं. मीन्स हम ऑक्सीजन हमारे लिए जरूरी होता है. We all living things need oxygen to survive. Okay, and they give out carbon dioxide. So let us learn in detail about all these three. Spiracles. Okay, insects breathe through air holes, tiny air holes. Can you see in the picture here? Can you see? Yes. So these are the holes. These are the tiny air holes called spiracles, and they are present along the body, along the side of their body. दोनों side body के दोनों side में ये holes होते हैं. ठीक है? बॉडी के साइड्स में छोटे छोटे होल्स होते हैं और ये जो होते हैं ये एयर होल्स होते हैं. मतलब इन्हीं के थ्रू इसको हम स्पाइरेकल कहते हैं. और जो इंसेक्ट्स होती हैं वो इनसे ब्रीथ करती हैं, जैसे हम लंग्स के थ्रू ब्रीथ करते हैं. राइट? Spiracle leads into a network of air tubes called trachea. Trachea एक air tube होता है जो इनकी बॉडी में होता है. Okay? So now let's move to the next part. So insects breathe through spiracles. Do remember this. Insects breathe through spiracles, and they are tiny holes, okay, on their body. Next, it is gills. Can you see the picture? Fish, right? Fish have gills, and this is the main important part. Like fish breathe through gills. Okay, fish breathe through gills. Gills absorb oxygen from the water and give out carbon dioxide from the blood. As I've told you that exchange of gases takes place. So oxygen is a gas, as you know, carbon dioxide as well. So oxygen is inhaled, whereas carbon dioxide from their blood is exhaled. Examples for this are like you can find the gills in fish, prawn, tadpole, crab. Okay, and they are the aquatic animals which breathe through gills. They are found in water. Okay, so the next breathing organ is lungs. Okay, reptiles, birds, and mammals breathe through lungs. You know, in birds, have you seen a bird? You must have. Okay, a small sparrow. Fine. In birds, air enters through the holes on the upper beak. अगर आपने एक bird देखी होगी उसकी बीक होती है, बीक में उसकी आप और से देखेंगे तो 2 होल्स होते हैं दोनों साइड में, ओके, एंड एयर enters through these holes, okay, on the upper side. These holes are present on the upper side of the beak, and through this the birds breathe, okay. Now mammals, reptiles and birds breathe through lungs. We human beings, we are also mammals, okay. Who are mammals? Mammals are the animals who reproduce, okay. So, and they breathe through lungs. The function of the lungs is to transport oxygen, which is inhaled through the nose to the blood. ठीक है, ऑक्सीजन जो है वो इनहेल किया जाता है और लंग्स के थ्रू, ओके, और लंग्स the function is to transport oxygen to all the other parts of the body, okay, which is inhaled through the nose, okay, to the blood and to release carbon dioxide from the blood. See, we all the, as I have told you many times, that all living things, they need oxygen. Without oxygen we cannot survive, and our lungs are the very important organs of our body, okay, because yes, it transport oxygen which is inhaled through the nose to the blood and to release carbon dioxide, okay. So lungs are the breathing organs, okay, of mammals, reptiles and birds, okay. So animals like frog and toad that spend part of their life underwater and part of it on land are called amphibians. You know, frog, toad, they are amphibians and they can breathe on land as well as in water. How? Because when they are on land, they breathe through lungs, and when they are in water, they breathe through moist skin. Okay, their skin gets moist and they can breathe. So these are the examples. Let's move on to the next part. Before moving on to the next part, movement in animals, let me tell you, there is a PW on page number 8, quick recall, true or false. This you need to do in the book itself, okay. So kindly complete it yourself, read the lesson and do it, okay. Let's move on to the next part. Okay, movement in animals. Unlike plants, animals can move from place to place, okay. This movement is known as locomotion. Moving from one place to another place is called locomotion, okay. So you know what happens, it not only helps the animals to obtain food and get shelter, but also helps to protect them from danger, okay, or natural calamities. So different animals use different body parts to move, okay. They use different body parts to move. So let us study about their different body parts which help them in movement. So let us discuss about insects first. Insects can move in various ways, okay. As you know, butterfly is insect, ant, cockroach, grasshopper, termites, they all are the example of insects, fine. So you know, butterflies, how do they move? Butterflies have butterflies and mosquitoes have one or two pair of wings that help them to fly. Termites, can you see the picture here of this termite here? Okay, yes, they move by crawling, they cannot fly, they move by crawling. Ants and cockroaches simply walk, their movement is done by simply walking, okay. Grasshopper hops using its long hind legs. ग्रासहॉपर को कभी देखा है आपने चलते हुए? वो हॉप करता है, वॉक नहीं करता है, हॉप मतलब कूदता है, हॉप करता है using its long hind legs. Hind legs means पीछे वाले legs, right? Okay. Aquatic. This was about the a grasshopper hops using its long hind legs. Okay, fine. So this was the movement of insects, how they move. Now let's move to the next. Okay, animals, reptiles. These are reptiles. And as you all know, example is a lizard, a snake, a crocodile. Okay, they use various forms of locomotion. They move from one place to another. Okay, so reptiles crawl with their short limbs. Can you see the picture of the crocodile, how it's moving? And its limbs are very short. Hmm? They don't run or they don't walk, they just crawl. Scales and plates on the underside of their body help them to crawl. They are attached to their ribs. Strong muscles and a flexible backbone help them to move easily. What does it mean? Hmm? See, some of them have legs and some use their scaly skin to move by crawling. जैसे कि tortoise है, crocodile है, okay, having legs and move you about using them, वो crawl करते हैं. A snake on the other hand does not have legs. Snake के पास legs या limbs नहीं होते हैं. Can you see the picture there? Snake के पास limbs नहीं होते हैं, legs नहीं होते हैं. Okay, so it uses scales present on the underside of its body. इसके स्नेक के जो अंडरसाइड होते हैं बॉडी के, उसमें स्केल्स होते हैं और वो स्केल्स उनकी मूवमेंट में हेल्प करते हैं. ओके. Besides these, a strong muscular system and flexible backbone aid it in moving. And as you know, a turtle can swim easily using its limbs. So this was about reptiles. Now let's learn how birds move. See, birds, they can hop or walk on land, swim in water, and fly in air. Okay, can you see this vulture? It's just going to attack its prey in the water. So that is what I said. Birds can hop or walk on land, swim in water, and fly in the air. Birds have wings to fly. Their forelimbs have been changed to wings. Okay, wings have flight feathers. Flight feathers means विंग्स में जो है वो फ्लाइट फेदर्स होते हैं जो कि उनको फ्लाई करने में हेल्प करते हैं. ओके, दे आर अटैच्ड टू देयर बॉडी with the help of strong chest muscles. Okay, some birds like ostrich, emu, and kiwi are called flightless birds. Why they are called flightless birds? Because they have very heavy bodies and weak wings. They cannot fly. ठीक है, सारे बर्ड्स नहीं उड़ते हैं, जैसे कि इमू, कीवी, ओके, ऑस्ट्रिच, ये उड़ नहीं सकते हैं क्योंकि इनकी बॉडी हैवी होती है. बर्ड्स यूज देयर हाइंड लिम्स, ओके, टू वॉक, रन, कैच प्रे एंड इवन अटैक देयर एनिमल्स. ओके, so examples are crow, parrot, eagle, the birds which can fly in the sky. I'm giving you examples of the birds which can fly in the sky. Crow, parrot, eagle are common birds that fly in the sky. Okay, so now let's move on to the next part of the movement. Okay, terrestrial animals, animals which live on land. Okay, and they are of course four-legged animals are called terrestrial animals. You know, their front limbs are called forelimbs. Their back limbs are called hind limbs. Okay, they use their limbs to walk, run, or climb. Most animals use all their forelimbs too. Okay, and these are the animals you can see on your screen. Elephant, lion, they are terrestrial animals. See, they are using all their four limbs to walk. Okay, this was about the terrestrial animals. Now let us learn about the aquatic animals. aquatic animals like turtles use their limbs to swim. Okay. Aquatic animals use their limbs to swim. Like fishes, they use fins. Okay. Frogs, turtles, they use webbed feet to swim in water. Fish have fins to move in water. And the fins help fish to swim and maintain balance in water. Okay. Maintain balance in water. The fish. Can you see the fish moving here on your screen? See, they are having their tail. Can you see their tail? Tail, it is called tail fin. And this tail fin helps them to change their direction. ये जो इनका tail fin होता है ना, पूंछ वाला fin, ये इनको अपना directions change करने में मदद करता है. And this is how a fish moves. Others, like frogs, use their web feet to swim in water while they use their long hind fins. Okay. Let's move to our last topic. And before moving to the last topic, students, there is a quick recall on page number 10. Okay, page number 10. Give one word for the following. So this you need to complete in the book only. Okay, so now let's learn about the migration. What is migration? Is defined as the movement of an animal from one region to another in response to changes in season, habitat, or availability of food. ठीक है. Animals एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाते हैं in search of food, water. Okay. So they keep on moving from one place to another. And sometimes they move in order to save themselves from the natural calamities as well. To save themselves from the natural calamities like earthquake, floods, right? Sometimes animals move far away in search of food and water and to escape when large number of animals move in such a manner, it is called migration. Okay. Many animals also migrate because of natural calamities, as I have told you just now. कि अगर कोई नेचुरल कैलेमिटी होती है जैसे कि अर्थक्वेक है, ड्रॉट है, फ्लड है, तब भी कुछ एनिमल्स जो है वो अपनी जगह छोड़कर दूसरी जगह माइग्रेट कर जाते हैं. ठीक है. बर्ड्स माइग्रेट ट्वाइस इन अ ईयर ड्यूरिंग स्प्रिंग एंड ऑटम. कुछ बर्ड्स होती हैं जो साल में 2 बार माइग्रेट करती है, मतलब कि एक जगह से अपनी दूसरी जगह जाती है, चेंज करती है. एंड दीज बर्ड्स दैट माइग्रेट आर कॉल्ड माइग्रेटरी birds. Okay. The main reason behind the migration of these birds, the main reason is that they want to escape from cold weather condition and to find. ठीक है. They come back to their original habitat each year. वो अगर वो छोड़ के भी जाती हैं उस जगह को तो वापस अपनी ही जगह पर आती हैं within a year. Okay. For example, the Arctic tern nests near the North Pole in summer and flies all the way to Antarctica in autumn to escape harsh conditions. Okay. Now, besides birds, some other animals like elk, some bats, whales, etc. to migrate in search of. Okay. So this I wanted to tell you. Among insects, butterflies and moths also migrate. A very common example is monarch butterfly that migrates from Canada to Mexico in winter. So this is a fact. Okay. So children, this was the last topic of this lesson, migration. And as I've told you, to complete your you need to do the PW, the quick recall, that is true or false on page number 8, quick recall on page number 10, give one word for, quick recall on page number 11, unscramble the given words. Okay. This you need to complete and send me. Of course, the match the column on page number 12, take the correct answer, fill ups. This you will have to do okay, on your own. And please do it. Click the photo and post it to me. And please do it, post it to me before 4 May. Okay, rest question answers I'll be giving you inshallah soon with the PDF. Okay, this question answers you need to complete it in your books. Okay, so that was all for today. Thank you and see you soon.